You, your best buddy, your bestie, go to the casino together. A common occurrence, right? We don't like to go alone. We take a buddy with us. Both of you guys love to play. But this can be dangerous. Why? Let me explain. Welcome to Storytime Slots. Today is going to be kind of like a life lesson I learned when I took a friend once with me to the casino. And learned a lot, what not to do. And it has to do with money. It has to do with lending people money. Your friend. So me and a buddy go. We go sometimes. In the past we've went. But calls me up, says, hey, let's go. I feel like gambling today. Let's go, man. I go, okay. Going to the casino that day wasn't in the, my plans, but my schedule opened up and I went. We get there. I get lucky. I win something, right? He ends up losing. About $2,000. I win about $4,000. And he goes, hey, man, congratulations. Man, that was an awesome win. I didn't have the same luck. I feel so bad, down on himself. And so he goes, hey, man, let me borrow some money. I'll pay you back. You're up. Let me borrow some money. Who's been there? Who's had this happen? What do you do when this happens? What do you do? Has this ever happened to you, right? So I go, shit, man. All right, I go, I'll pay you back, man. I'll pay you back. Don't worry. My next paycheck, don't worry about it. And who knows, if I win today, I'll give you something on top. You're a winner. Come on. This guy, we went out, our families are friends. I go, all right, man. I go, okay, man. I didn't want to sound like, a prick. I lent him $1,000. He asked me for $1,000. I lent him $1,000. I didn't play. I figure I'm up $4,000, lending him $1,000. I go home with $3,000. Then he pays me back next week. I'm fine. He loses that $1,000. We go home. We have lunch. I pay for the lunch, whatever. But we go home. A week goes by. Don't hear from him. Yeah, I'm not going to call him up, hey, man, where's my money? It's not like that, But 2 weeks rolls by because he told me he's going to pay me back in a week. So what do you do? I mean, now all of a sudden you're there, not hearing from your friend. Is he okay? What's going on here? He hasn't called you. He's been dodging you, whatever. So I text him, hey, man, what's happening? Hope everything is okay. You all right? Remember that money I lent you? Text him. I don't hear a response. In 3 days later, he texts me back. I can't pay you right now. Bills came up, this, that, excuses. I go, all right, no problem. A week goes by. I go, hey, what about that $1,000, bro? Text me. What are you worried about that $1,000 for? He tells me. You won that day. Don't be such an asshole. You won. What do you want that $1,000 for? Like, I'll give it to you. Don't worry about it. You were a winner. It's not your money, he tells me. Oh, wait a minute. And okay, that's, time being nice is over. Okay, don't come at me like that, telling me that it's not my money. What do you mean it's not my money? Doesn't matter if I won, lost, broke even that day. Anytime you win, it's your money. Hey, dude, I go, what's the issue here, man? You told me you're going to pay me in a week. It's been 3 weeks already. And then now you're telling me it's not my money. I won that day. Yeah, I also lost last week. Took all the money I won. I lost it all. Now I need some money to go play. Remember that $1,000 you owe me? What do you mean you won that day? You told me you'd pay me back. It wasn't like charity, right? Anytime you lend or give your friend money, make it clear that, hey, this is not a loan or this is a loan. So what ends up happening is he doesn't pay me and our relationship is destroyed after that, Our relationship is destroyed. Not because I wanted to, just because, I'm the bad guy all of a sudden. I became the bad dude. Look at this guy. Look at this cheap guy wanting his $1,000 back, Who knows what he was thinking. Don't go ask your friends for money, borrow money, and then promise to pay them back and don't follow through. I'm all for that. If your word is good, I'm all for that. If your record is good with me, hey, why not? There's been times where I borrowed money and I was a man of my word. Usually when I borrow money, it's because I don't have it with me. And, when we get home or whatever, I'll pay the guy back. That's when I borrow money. I'm good with my word. If I say that I'm going to pay you back, I'm going to pay you back. If it's next day, if it's in a few hours, if it's next week, if I make a promise, I go through my promise. But if you do this, I knew a guy once that borrowed money to gamble from different friends. He owed this person money, that person money, 5-6 different people money, never paid them back. And nobody wanted to associate with this dude anymore because he was just a degenerate gambler. See, the thing is, at casinos, part of our brain that makes rational decisions, when we lose, that part of our brain doesn't function as well. We make poor decisions. We promise things that we're not, we can't follow through with, all because we think we're going to win the money back and it's going to be a non-issue after. But it's not a non-issue. It becomes more of an issue after for you because you thought you were going to win. You don't win. You owe your friend money. You can't pay them back. It becomes a nasty situation for your relationship. You lose friends over it, Who's lost friends over gambling? Do you go to casinos alone? Do you go to casinos with friends? See, that's the thing. A group of friends go to Vegas, you end up winning, everybody else loses. The guilt starts, gathering in your brain. Never feel guilty that you won and they lost. And vice versa. You could be the one losing and your friend could be winning. And don't give him attitude that he won. Don't be jealous that they won. It was just their day. So, do you guys borrow money from a friend? I hate doing it. I hate borrowing money. If I lose, I lose. Go home. That's the number one bad sign that you shouldn't even be gambling at that point. If you borrow money to gamble, if you mortgage your home, pull out a second mortgage, if you go to a pawn shop to gamble, you borrow money, you steal money, whatever, you have a gambling problem at this point. You're not doing it for entertainment. You're borrowing money to gamble. That's a no-no. Even from a close friend. You see? I'm not friends with this person anymore because he broke his word. I'm a man of my word. And once they break the word with me, it's not the same anymore. He disappeared. I haven't heard from him since. That you don't do that, guys. Just because your friend won doesn't mean you don't owe them the money you borrowed. Doesn't matter if I won. You borrowed the money. That's my money. There's instances, it's $5, $10, $20, $100. I'll let it go. But $1,000, $2,000, $3,000. When is that limit, for you? You might be a multi-millionaire and $1,000 is nothing for you. It's chump change. But for most of us, $1,000 is $1,000, especially when you have running bad at a casino. But never borrow money to gamble. Make it known, group of friends, that, hey, if one of us wins and the other one loses, there's not going to be any more borrowing. There's not going to be any borrowing. If they're not going to be your friends after you say that, they're not your true friends. They have to understand this. Because there's people that you're close with. Heck, that person might be the one baptize your kids. It doesn't really matter. Friends are friends. Business is business. Gambling is gambling. That's why I don't like to mix gambling with friendship. Yeah, we do it. We go. We have fun together. But when it comes to borrowing, I have bad experiences in the past. If you need to borrow money, pay the person back, man. Be a man of your word. Don't weasel out. Because then that other person starts feeling bad. You know, did you a favor and all of a sudden that person becomes the bad person. Dude, jackass, I lent you money. I didn't have to lend you money. All of a sudden I'm the enemy. All of a sudden it's my fault. I'm the bad guy here. Give me a break. Get out of here with that. You know, you degenerate, man. I always tell people this, guys. If you don't have money, you should only gamble with the money you could afford to lose. You know, what started off as two friends enjoying time became a lost friendship. You know, it shouldn't have to be this way, guys. Thought I'd make this video because a lot of people have been through this. Let me know. You have any stories like this where you lost friends over gambling? You've lost loved ones, you know, family members. Just people lied to you. They said they're going to pay you back, but they did not. Let me know in the comments below, guys. Anyway, hope you're enjoying this channel. Yesterday I uploaded a video about why we always lose at casinos. Check that video out, guys. I'll put the link above and at the end of this video, why you lose at casinos. And it's a testament to what I've been through. And you got to watch this video, guys. And this will help you to not be in that situation ever again. If you're up, you know, if we're up and you're ready to go home, you should be able to just go home. Watch that video. We'll see you on the next one, guys. Rock and roll. Never borrow money to gamble. Don't ask your friend for money. Doesn't matter how close you are with them. And if you do, pay him back on time, because it's like a credit system, you know. You break that promise, you're done. You're toast. You're out of here. Never lend money out like that again. Don't lend money at all. You want to skip this whole situation and not have enemies, lose friends. You know, I know it's strict. I know some people are going to think you're an asshole for like saying, no, I can't lend you money, man. Sorry. You're being cheap. No, I'm not. I just don't want to lose friendship over this. I've been there and done that. I had bad experiences. That's a good excuse. Just say I had a bad experience in the past. It's time for me to upload some gameplay, and I'm looking forward to that very, very soon. We got the 10-10-10 challenge. Video number 2 coming up. Let's see if I could hit that damn hand pay on video number 2, the 10-10-10 challenge. I did video number 1 last week, but this week we'll add some gameplay to this channel. Okay? Make it fun. Make it exciting. Hopefully, I get my first hand pay on this channel. Hasn't happened. Hasn't happened on video for me yet. Let's see it happen. Let's see if it happens on this trip. We'll see you next time. Rock and roll.